Welcome to our universe.
The CayVin Universe.
Oh, yes, we are your host. I'm Vinny.
And I'm Caylin.
Thank you for joining us, whether you're new to the show or you're returning. Of course, we release 2 episodes a week along with clips and bonus episodes, apparently, on our clip channel. But, of course, if you want to keep up with us on the daily, be sure to follow us on Instagram at the CayVin Universe.
And you can email us at thecayvinuniverse@gmail.com. Any questions, your comments, your suggestions, we want it all.
Suggestions.
Yeah.
Send those suggestions. So we got some games of the month. Well,
yeah, we do.
Typically it's games of the month, but we got 2 games for you. Well, actually a few more. But we're just gonna go a lot into video game talk and a lot of that world. So here at the CayVin Universe, we're going to the gaming planet, I guess you could say.
The gaming planet.
Right.
Yes. Did you check out the moon yesterday?
Yeah, it was pretty. Pretty. Like you.
I don't know why I just thought about that.
Right? When they said gaming planet, you just thought about the moon.
I know.
That was
exactly.
pretty cool. So talk about that. What kind of moon was it again?
So it was like the harvest moon, and it was supposed to be like super orange. I saw it really early. I don't even think I saw it maybe at its peak. But the one cool thing was that I think the point of it that makes it the harvest, I think it's the Mars, right? The Mars color.
That Mars is like right there. Is it like glowing on it or what?
I think that's what causes the orangish color. I'm really not too sure.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but it was like on the photos and stuff on social media, it's like the moon, and then you have Mars, like I guess.
What is it called? Harvest moon.
Harvest moon, yeah. And so you had the moon, and then you had Mars, like a little bit to, I guess you could say you're right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you go outside, and the bright shining star. It was so cool. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, it just says basically its location of the moon near the horizon that causes the harvest moon or any full moon to look big and orange in color.
Any fumu?
Any full moon. Is that what I said?
Yeah, it sounded like it. That was funny.
Oh, okay. So I guess it makes it big and orange. That's what she said.
Ew.
We need to do more sound bites.
That's what she said.
The first game. So I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, everyone listening, you might be a little disappointed in me. Everybody watching might be a little disappointed in me. I haven't played many games this month. You know, it's been a rough month, or a long month rather. You know, getting started with a new job. You know, as a trainer at a new gym.
Yeah.
With clients. You know.
I also had a job transition.
Exactly.
So it's
been going on for both of us. I was just gonna get to that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So we didn't really have a whole lot of time to game this month, but hopefully next month we'll get more into, or you know, well, actually both of us will get more into gaming.
Yeah.
You know, I have this new motto, I guess you can say, is stupid. You know, I guess stupid cliche motto or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That people live their lives by, or maybe like quotes that they like to remember when they're in certain situations in life. But I think I kind of came up with one. It's a simple model, basic principles that people already know, and people probably already live by.
Yeah.
But I think the goal every day should be, there's a job to be done, there's a workout to be done, and then there's fun to be had. So as long as you get the job done, get your workout done, and then have your fun, gaming, having my fun with you, spending time with your family, spending time with your animals, that's all included in the fun.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's what I want to live my life by every day, I guess you can say.
That's beautiful.
Get the job done, get the workout done, and then have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Thank you.
Did you come up
That's
with
awesome.
that yourself?
It's basic principles, but I guess the order,
you just put it all together,
just like, oh, that makes sense. Why not just do that?
I love that.
What?
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, so yeah, let's get started with Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is basically the remake of Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It just super just nostalgia. It was such a good nostalgic experience, and it's like, at first, don't get me wrong, it was still a great and nostalgic experience, but my first impression was how little I was when I first saw it, because I remember the big highlights of the game, the warehouse, the school, the hangar, things like that. I'm aware of those, but it's like I totally forgot that there was no exact story mode, because back then when it was made in PlayStation 1, there was no way to actually have a story mode in there, especially for a game like that, and probably for the budget that they had at the time for those first 2 games. So there was no way to actually put a story mode in there, I guess. So I was expecting a story mode, but I totally
Yeah.
forgot there's no like interaction with people or any type of story mode.
Yeah, and when I mean, I haven't been like an active player like you have, but when I did test it out, a little
Hmm.
bit, I created my own little
Oh yeah, that was
avatar.
so
So that was
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I didn't really get the gist of it. Is it just like you like collect points? Is that more of like what it is?
Yeah, so basically it's like set levels, and in order to unlock the levels you need to complete challenges in the current
Yeah.
level. So some of the challenges are just general, like, do this many points, or do a combo that's worth this many points.
Yeah.
And then some are specific to the level, like, there was like a Hollywood one, find the popcorn, or
Ooh.
the school was like grind on the wall to ring the alarms
Yeah.
and things like that. So yeah, so you just basically complete challenges, and when you complete challenges you move on. You can unlock the next level when you move on. That's basically how you do it.
Yeah, because I think I
um
only tried out the warehouse, and that was like knocking over boxes, and
yeah, that, yeah.
there was something else too, right? Collecting. That was like
uh
collecting coins or money
Fire
or something,
hydrants, I think it was, or
or fire
something like
hydrants, right? I
that.
was like, it's something
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, so that those are fun, and then they have challenges too. Yeah, that's the thing. The challenges in the creator mode, it just makes it to where it's like fun,
Yeah.
because you can play for the challenges, you can play for the creator mode, you can play because you're actually playing through what would be the story mode, which is just going through each level and unlocking them.
Mhm.
The create a skater park, like when I was little, I used to love getting lost in the create a skater park, because mainly the ones that I really played hardcore were like the Tony Hawk Underground games,
Mhm.
and that's why I thought there was story mode, because in the Tony Hawk Underground games there was story mode. So please bring those back.
What kind of stories?
It was like interesting stories. Like basically, I think the first Tony Hawk Underground, it was like I guess you could say, because that's why what I was gonna get to the create a skater, how I love, like, I love and miss the concept of creating a skater,
Yeah.
because those Tony Hawk Underground stories was basically that you created a skater, and you start out just in the neighborhood skating, and then you get signed to a sponsor, a skate sponsor,
Yeah.
and then you start touring, you start skating all around the world.
Oh wow.
And then Tony Hawk Underground, you had a friend that was like, a skater too, and like he was like recording your videos, or if I remember, something like that.
Mhm.
And so he's like up and coming with you, and then like he tries to backstab you, typical friend story.
Oh my
But then
God.
there was always like special appearances from actually other skaters, like Bam Margera. It was like kind of like Assassin's Creed, like how you would go and meet other characters, and they would
Yeah.
have you do missions. Like Bam Margera had you do a mission where you took a shit in the pool, something
Oh
like that,
my
or
God.
you somebody had to take a shit in the pool, or put a Snicker in the pool to think it's shit, so it can get drained, so you can skate on it. And then there was some epic ones where you would jump off a roof onto a helicopter. It was just stories like that.
That is funny.
Yeah, so
Oh
that's
my God.
Tony Hawk Underground, and then Tony Hawk, like the American Wasteland. I think that was the funnest game, because I think that was a trio where it was like three all got up and big together. I don't know, something. But see, it's like it's nostalgic, but then it's like
Yeah.
that's why we need these remakes, and we want to play it, because I want to live through that again, because it's
Yeah,
already at the
exactly.
point in my memory
Mhm.
where it's nostalgic enough to love and enjoy it, but it's on that borderline where I'm forgetting everything. So when you play it again, you're just gonna get those endorphin rushes. Just, oh man,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like how?
Like,
Like
oh, like you're nutting. I'm just gonna nut everywhere when those games come out. But yeah, and so with games like this, even though there's no story mode, you can still get lost in it. You can either get lost in hours because of the creator modes, create a park, create a skater, having all the fun doing that. With multiplayer, I haven't gotten into multiplayer yet, but I will. There's so much fun stuff you can do. I'm trying to get my brothers into it, so that way we can play a multiplayer together. Like I said, with the build a skate park, you can play other people's skate parks. People, can check out yours. So
Yeah.
if you want to get lost in hours, you can. But also, if you just want to go on and just free skate and just do a quick, just getting it out, because sometimes it's just the satisfaction of just the button mashing and the combos too.
Yeah.
That makes it really fun. So if you just want a quick fix to get in there, sometimes I just, some days this month I was just turning it on and play for 10-15 minutes, and then I'm good. I did that
Yeah.
actually earlier before the podcast, played for 10-15 minutes,
Yeah.
and then I was good. So like I said, you can get lost in it, which that's why I'm waiting to actually start the multiplayer and create a part, because I want to set aside time where I can get lost in it.
Yeah.
So you really can if you want to, but like I said, the quick fix is good too.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so please remake more. So yeah, I would go ahead and give Tony Hawk, I'd go ahead and give it 4 stars. The Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake, 4 stars.
4 stars out of 5.
Yeah.
Nice.
4 stars. So yeah, let's go and move on to the next game.
Awesome.
Let's see your penis.
Yeah. So the other one, I guess the other one and last one would be Doom. The Doom 2016 remake. It was my first time playing it recently.
Yeah. I had it at one point, and then I don't know. I guess I deleted it.
Really, on your Xbox?
Yeah, I have all this space, but I'm like, oh, if I don't play this game, I should just delete it. I don't know why I do that.
That's what I was telling you about earlier, how I am with my games sometimes. It's like, oh, I just want it. I just want the free space so I can just stare at it.
Right, yeah.
Just see, like, yes, look at all this free space.
But yours is kind of like limited on space.
Yeah, I only have a 500 gig. That's going to change when we get the new consoles,
Oh, mine's
hopefully.
like the 1 terabyte, right?
Yeah, you got
so
plenty of room.
So I still have like 80% storage.
Yeah, you're good. Jelly. But yeah, so Doom was fun. I mean, it's on Game Pass. You can download it. You can re-download it. Or actually, I don't know if it's on Game Pass because I don't know if I bought this one. Yeah, I think I spent like $10 on it. That's why I bought it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Doom Eternal's on Game Pass. We'll talk more about that. Because of Xbox buying Bethesda. But like I said, we'll go more into that. But Doom, I didn't play the Dooms growing up. Like, I didn't play the PC Dooms. We were a console, family. When you have a bunch of siblings, you can't have like a PC for everyone, or you would be hogging each other's, the PC if you did have one. Once we did get PCs in our household, that's kind of how it was.
Yeah.
When I was like in middle school, but anyway, so we grew up with consoles, so I didn't get to play Doom. Wish I did, but didn't. So this was a great like introduction for me into the game. It's a super fun game. Honestly, I thought BioShock was probably the funnest FPS game I've played, but Doom is definitely on the top of the list now.
Yeah. I haven't played that one at all.
You got to. It's super fun. You just beat the shit out of demons. That's the whole game. You just beat the shit out of demons. It's great. I mean, there's a whole story and premise about it, which actually goes into one of my points. Is what I love about the game is there's lots of secrets. Like I said, I never played the old Dooms, but you can find secret levels in the game where it is the old school looking, I guess, 93 version of Dooms. There's secret levels. So I love doing that, but that could actually be a downfall when it comes to gaming, is that like I get so lost in finding the secrets and finding the collectibles and all the stuff on the map that I like kind of neglect the story a little bit.
Oh.
So yeah, I do that in a lot of games, so I definitely did that in this game, but it's just a super fun game, and I can't wait to play Doom Eternal, which is going to be on like I said, it's on Xbox Game Pass.
Is that multiplayer?
Yeah. Well, I think Doom Eternal is multiplayer. This Doom, the 2016 Doom, is multiplayer too, but I don't think a lot of people are playing it. So when you try to find a match, people are
playing the newer one.
Probably, or just playing other multiplayer games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, things like that. I try to find a game.
New Call of Duty coming out?
They come out with them all the fucking time. I mean, I've lost count at this point. But yeah, it's not on my list as of yet, so I don't think so. Yeah, or I think they came out with the Modern Warfare 2 remake. Or what was the last? Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what I read. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing about Call of Duty is that like it's like what happened with Harry Potter when I was little. There's just so many Harry Potters came out back to back that I was just like, I'm not keeping up with this.
I've only seen like the first 3.
Most people just play Call of Duty for Warzone.
Yeah.
Like Bobby Lee and stuff.
I was gonna say that. That's funny.
But yeah, so Doom. Nothing more I can say about it. If you haven't played it, play it. You're gonna have a super fun time. So I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars.
4.5 stars.
Yeah,
nice.
Almost 5. I have yet to. I don't know what categorizes as 5 stars for me yet, but hopefully Assassin's Creed Valhalla will.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
I haven't played I don't. I let people know if you don't already know. We're an Xbox family here, but that doesn't mean we're not one of those like, oh, Xbox is so better than PC than not PC. Xbox is so better than PlayStation. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm not opposed to getting a PlayStation. Yeah. I do want to play God of War and what's the other one? Spider-Man. Yeah, the Miles Morales one, and the one before that, of course.
Yeah. So
we will get to that eventually. So I don't know yet what a 5-star game is, but Doom is definitely 4.5 stars.
Nice, close enough.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to talk about Avengers. I didn't get it as planned. It's I heard a lot of a few too many negative things about it. The gameplay mechanics being wonky, glitches, the story being basic, gameplay being simple. Because I think basically what I've been reading and stuff is they played into the fact like, hey, you get to be superheroes that they didn't really dive deeper into the story and things like that. That unless you're a really hardcore fan, it becomes repetitive. If you have a bunch of games on your list, you're gonna be like, all right, speed it up. You know what I mean? So apparently that's what I'm hearing. But like I said, with some hardcore fans, it seems to be, pretty enjoyable playthrough.
Yeah.
If you're not worried about wasting the money, which I am right now, so I'm gonna wait on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I think last month I mentioned that I was next on my list was gonna be Avengers, but didn't play it because of these reasons. I feel like it was the same hype and disappointment as Anthem was. There was a game that came out, I believe it was 2019, Anthem, that was super hyped like this game for a long time, and when it came out, it was just glitches and terrible multiplayer, and it was just a disappointment.
Yeah, I have an Avengers game on my Xbox. It's the one where they fight each other. Do you know the name of that one?
Oh, you're thinking Marvel vs. Capcom.
Or Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom. That's what you're thinking.
Okay, yeah. I have that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not really just Avengers. There are other
type of superhero games.
Characters, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. This Avengers game, it was just a little too late. Because the Avengers bandwagon is already gone. I mean, you're going to have in the next phase of Marvel movies, but people were turned off at the fact that, number one, they weren't the same characters, of course, but they're not going to be. What more do you want?
Yeah.
So people were turned off from that. But with the whole Marvel open multiverse theory now you can kind of, say, like, hey, these are the Avengers in a different universe, but still people didn't buy it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so moving on.
Yeah.
She's doing jazz about brunch.
And then, what more can I say about Fortnite?
That's like an every month game.
Yeah, Fortnite is totally an every month game.
Yeah.
Super fun. The Marvel thing sometimes. Okay.
How long did that even last?
It's still going on.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you're watching this recently when the Marvel thing's going on, I think there's people that love it and people that hate it. And me, I'm both. Because depending on if I get now what I'm talking about is they have special Marvel weapons and Marvel powers. You can get Doctor Doom's powers, you can get Iron Man's powers, you can get Storm's powers, Wolverine's powers. You can get all these powers. So if you go to certain spots and you kill the actual heroes or villains, they drop powers or in special guns and stuff. Or if you go to like Tony Stark's building, then you can get his special laser shooter rifle. God dang, assault rifle. So they have powers. So the powers are basically their powers. Like Wolverine's, it's claw. Storm, it's like a storm. Iron Man, it's like a beam. Doom has this big ass ball that you throw.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's super badass. So depending on if you get those in the game and you win with them, you're like, fuck yeah, these powers are awesome. And then of course, if you get killed, especially if you're like I've been in many situations when you're the last team. Of you and another team, and then you get killed because they have all the fucking powers, then you fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So
it's annoying.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, it's terrible, I want these out of the game, but then I started getting them and winning with them, so I'm like, okay, maybe these aren't so bad. And then they have a special Marvel mode too where there's no guns, you just have to use those powers, and it's either a tournament or like some kind of battle royal with it. And yeah, it just honestly, compared to the last few updates, I think this is really fun. And like I said, I don't play Fortnite all the time. I mainly just play that's the game that me and my brothers, bond and, get to have fun and hang out over. So I don't play it a lot. So I'm not one of these, super badass streamers. Of course, there's a fucking million of them now. But what was I going to say? But I mean, it's just fun to play. And I am liking the update. So,
nice. Yeah.
So, and of course, my brother does stream it. So if you're on Twitch, RetroRudyX, you can catch me on there sometimes. You will hear this buttery, sweet voice.
Yeah. Go. Fuck.
Yeah, right? That's all you hear. But yeah, so I mean, those are basically the games that I played this month. Like I said, don't be disappointed. It's not a lot. But next on my list is going to be, like I said, Doom Eternal is on Game Pass. So I'm going to play it. I missed the boat on WWE 2K Battleground. Of course, I'm a wrestling fan. I haven't played wrestling games. Like I said, the create a character concept. I love doing that in wrestling games as well. But I haven't played a wrestling game in a while. But this is like more of a cartoony version of a wrestling game.
Is this the game where they make them look like super short?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what?
It's definitely a more cartoony version, but I don't know. I just because I haven't played a wrestling game in a long time, and because I don't think I've ever played that type of wrestling game, because they came out with those types before, but I've never played them, and it's just the fact that's, I'm pretty sure at this point it's gonna start being, or it's gonna start going on sale and being cheaper because their last 2K game flopped, and this one too is just kind of. I don't know. I haven't heard too many good things about it. Also, I missed a boat on Crash Bandicoot this month. Crash Bandicoot 4 came out, so I'm going to be getting that this month, or playing that this month, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes if I have time for video games this month. So next on my list could be by the mid to end of this month, or next month even.
Resident Evil 2, you said you would play it with me.
Yeah, we do need to play that.
We'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, and then also Assassin's Creed. I do want to replay Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Origins. Essentially, they're the newer ones in the Assassin's Creed trilogy that's been out recently, but they're technically the first games in the timeline. So I want to replay those before Valhalla comes out, so I can play that, because like I've said in the past podcast, I'm on a journey to figure out what's the best Assassin's Creed game ever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start by playing the first one in the timeline into the current one in the timeline.
Nice.
And that's pretty much going to be the games of the not October, but November. That's going to pretty much be the games of the month in November, is just ranking all the Assassin's Creed games.
Awesome.
So yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Of course, Cobra Kai has a game coming out. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know until 20 minutes before we started recording this podcast.
Really?
So I want to react, because I hadn't seen the trailer to this Cobra Kai game, but it looks like an old school, scroll through beat 'em up game, which honestly can be fun. That's like the frog game that I was telling you about, the Battle Toads or whatever.
Yes.
It's kind of like that, and it fits the concept of the Karate Kid, old school 80s, because that's essentially how arcade games. Those were like the super popular arcade games back in the day.
Yeah.
The things like that until other games like Mortal Kombat and shit came along. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and check this out.
This has been out since August.
Really?
The
See, I'm just finding out, but it comes out.
Right?
It comes out at the end of October. See.
Breathe and focus. No mercy. Find your balance. Come on! You want to do this? Let's go. Come on. Daniel's gonna pay for this.
Oh, the crane thing?
There are no rules.
Somebody needed to remind them what it takes to win.
You don't need to focus. Yes, I do.
Is that the only way you know how to fight? Dirty?
Is this a mobile game? So what happened was Netflix gave them a big check, and they were like, "What can we do with this?
Yeah.
Let's make a video game." And
It's literally just like scenes from
and
the
then
show.
they took it to a studio, and the studio was like, this is too little of a budget for a video game," and they're like, "Make it happen." So the good news is, it don't look too bad.
Yeah.
If it was a mobile game, it would be perfect, but it's not. Like I said, good news is it's $30. Bad news, that's still too much. It should be like 15, and then
I
maybe
agree.
10. Maybe it'll be on Game Pass soon. I would still, because I like Cobra Kai
Yeah.
and I like the concept. I'll play it.
I feel
I'll
like
try
it'll
it
just
out.
be like you're rewatching the show.
Maybe they won't make it into an app, right? No, I think they were just showing clips from the show just for the trailer, because they probably didn't have enough. Either didn't have enough gameplay, or that gameplay, like, you really would want to watch the whole trailer just
No, you
gameplay.
didn't notice like even the gameplay with compared to the actual show, they're wearing like the same outfits.
Yeah, because it's supposed to look like the characters, but they're
Oh.
just, that's how trailers like that work. They just show
Oh.
in the scenes from the show, because
Yeah.
that's what it's related to.
Yeah.
You can be like, "Oh yeah, I've seen the show. Let me play the game." You know, they're probably going for more casual
works.
gamers or things like that.
Yeah.
Or probably parents trying to buy games for their kids, and of course their kids are into Cobra Kai now because everyone's into Cobra Kai.
Everyone is. I know.
Like,
we were watching it when it was on YouTube.
Like, yeah, everyone's like, even celebrities are like, oh my god, this is so good. It's like, dude, I saw that like 2 years ago.
I know. Everybody's like excited for the Netflix release, and we're like,
dude, we've been waiting for
there?
almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So they released, or they're gonna release season 3 when?
January 8th, 2021. I'm so excited.
Nice. And then they already announced that they're gonna do season 4, right?
They've already renewed for season 4.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
Just goes to show. It just Netflix. It just got so popular.
Mm-hmm.
It was number 1 for a long time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Quick shout out, real quick, before we go into talking about some next gen stuff. Mobile games, and talked about mobile games I've played, but I've always been into Clash of Clans. So of course, if you're into Clash of Clans, let me know, because we need people. We need people in my clan.
In the
clan, nobody plays anymore in Clash of Clans. So that's a fun game. I wonder if they would ever change their name.
I don't know. I don't
Clash
think
of Clans. I don't know. Doesn't that sound a bit racist?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, they never got heat for that. Watch, they're gonna get in trouble for that now. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Yeah, we're not that powerful.
Suddenly.
Fuck no. So 8-Ball Heroes, that's another fun game. It makes me feel like I'm a 8-Ball pro or
like
a pro
celebrity. They literally
player.
like they put his little avatar like on the magazine cover, and he's like, look, all excited. So hilarious.
Oh, I'm such a kid. Because that's not like 8-Ball pool where you just play against people. It's actually like, it's not even full pool games. They like they set you up in these different predicaments, and you basically, it's a story mode like you're a rising amateur pool player. So that's what you have.
He's like professional.
The screenshots, and the story, and the commentators are like, he did it, like, I can't believe, and it's like always catchy headlines, like, and you're traveling through these different places, battling all these different people, and they're like, can Squanchy take out this person, Yeah, it's super fun.
I love
I'm such a kid. Oh man, what was my point on that? But yeah, they set you up in these predicaments, and you only have like one chance to knock all the balls in this predicament. Not one chance, but because if you hit a ball in, you have another turn. So basically, you can't miss.
Oh.
So you have this one opportunity where you're set up, and you can't miss, and you have to scroll through that, or you have to go through that way, pass through the levels that way.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't play the game for weeks because I can't get past this one spot, but then eventually you figure out a way and you get past it. So it's super fun.
Awesome.
So that one, and then Asphalt 9, that racing game I've been really into.
You got me on that one.
I already spent $10 on it.
How much?
$10.
And so it begins.
But good news is I normally play Clash of Clans, and I spend $5 a month on that. But because I haven't played it this month because I've been playing the other games, saved $5 but spent 10.
Okay.
That's how it works,
Makes sense.
baby.
It's like that. I saw this meme one time. I guess it was meant for girls. It's like when you go to the store and your total is $150, but you pay with $100 in cash, and you put $50 on your card. So technically, you only spent $50. Because you know how to some people cash is just like extra.
Yeah,
it's get like
it. Just like, wow, is that how I just sounded a second ago?
What? A little
Like,
bit,
that's-
yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
That's funny. Let's get into some next gen real quick. Of course, I'm excited about next gen. So we got some speckies right here. So of course, the main thing for next gen is the Xbox and the PlayStation, or Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So some of these specs, you want to read some of these off right here?
See, would you want me to say it?
So just to be like price
wise, PlayStation 5, around $500. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Let's see. Xbox Series X also $500. Release date 2 days apart. November 10th for the Xbox and November 12th for the PlayStation.
Yeah. Key exclusives, of course, PlayStation got Spider-Man Miles Morales, Horizon Zero 2, Horizon Zero Dawn, or just called Horizon 2. What is that? Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, Xbox Halo Infinite. Well, actually, Xbox, they didn't even, on this one, they didn't even include the Bethesda games, because Xbox, of course, bought Bethesda, so they have Fallout now, they have, Doom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does Xbox have this thing, like, with Forza? Because I feel like there's always, like, a Forza.
Right.
with the Xbox.
that's
Yeah.
an exclusive. That's why, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Forza Motorsport 8, actually. You know what? That
Yeah.
actually sounds interesting.
I know.
Might get that. I've been looking for another good racing game because I got into that racing game so much on mobile that I wanted a
Yeah.
racing. Maybe I should get back into. They have Forza on Game Pass.
We remember we would play.
Yeah. What are some of these other perks right here?
Let's see. You got 825 gigabytes, custom SSD for the PlayStation, and 1 terabyte custom NVMe SSD. I don't even
Yeah,
understand.
it's faster.
That. Wow.
It's faster.
Well,
yeah.
so the Xbox has more storage.
Yeah, and faster.
Yeah, resolution.
And the
both up
Xbox just
to-
looks better. I mean, the fucking PlayStation is like a brick,
Yeah.
or not like awkward shaped brick. I don't
Yeah.
know because the Xbox is technically a legit brick.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the resolution up to 8K for both.
Excuse me. Yeah, and then of course they're both gonna have 4K disc drives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see some of these other perks if you're watching.
Some similarities.
I mean, yeah, it's
some
basically the
differences.
same shit. Honestly, for a lot of people, it just goes down to the exclusives, which
Yeah.
you could to this day, everyone would say that PlayStation had the better exclusives. But with now Xbox buying Bethesda, who knows? But yeah, so it's like, what do you choose? I mean, if you're fortunate enough to have both, it would be awesome to have both because you literally have the best of both worlds. But
Yeah.
if you're just choosing one, of course, like I said, we're an Xbox family, so I would just choose Xbox. And I like too that Xbox is bringing back memory cards. Have you ever had a memory card for like a PlayStation 2? PlayStation, this thing, I mean, when you think about it, you think of PlayStation. That's funny.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you would literally cherish these memory cards because all your saved files for your games are on it.
Yeah.
And when you went into the memory card file on your PlayStation, they actually had like the little icons of the games and stuff. So literally, you would have to save your games on these memory cards. And if you didn't have a memory card, which you didn't a lot of times, you would literally have to leave your PlayStation on all night. When I would play like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I would literally have to leave my PlayStation on for days and days and days. And then I got to a certain point where, I think I got to the part where like you're in the wooded, country area, and then a game just glitches. And the only way that's it. You have to reset it, and then you lose everything. You got to start all over. So you tell yourself, man, fuck this game. I ain't playing this. Nah. So then you don't play for a few days, and then you're just like,
All right,
I guess I want to play. Yeah.
I remember there was this one incident when I forgot to save my game. It was on I think it was like I can't remember if it was a PS1 or 2, but it was like one of the obviously way older ones because I was little and I didn't save my snowboarding game to the memory card.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I remember being so upset.
Yeah. See, and then sometimes you would get like a corrupted game file and it wouldn't save right, or there was even situations where if certain games would cause other games files to like glitch out and it would fuck up the save files and that, and or if you got to a point where the actual game itself messed up and then you saved and then every time you open the game you would only go to that save point where it's messed up, or you did something you weren't supposed to and it's going to ruin your game experience and you'd be screwed. I just love how Xbox is bringing back memory cards, but instead of the little memory cards, it's going to be the big, freaking 1 terabyte memory cards, so but then it's cool. You're going to have the console that's going to have all that memory, and then you're going to have the additional option to just slip a big, memory card in there if you want to.
That
That's what
feels
she
like
said.
it's going like if they went kind of backwards with that, but I guess because of all the space, that it's offering, it has to be kind of big, but with things evolving, I feel like back then things were bigger.
Yeah.
Like the big phones, obviously they're smaller now. So.
No, but they technically are evolving because as to now, because like me, for example, I only have a 500 gig. So even if you have a Xbox with a good memory and you're a hardcore gamer, you eventually get to the point where your memory's full. So you need to expand it. So right now, the only way to expand it is to get a external hard drive, which you literally I would have to have sitting on top of my Xbox or on the side and just connected via USB. That's kind of like, I've always looked into them, but I've just never I've never, just went ahead and bought one because I don't know. I just don't like that feel or that look of just the wire and stuff. So I'm not going to invest this money if I'm just going to look at it every day and just feel like cringy about it. I don't know. I'm just real OCD about things like that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just real like, ugh, it's just going to look. So with this, you just slide it in like a memory card.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's gonna be really fun. So
Niche.
I'm looking forward to that. So like I said, if you can be fortunate to have both, that's cool. But I would go with Xbox. There's
Yeah.
the Series S. The Series S. Let's see. It looks like a little smaller, basically a skinnier version, little beatbox DJ version of an Xbox. It's literally, how is it? It's one Xbox controller wide and two Xbox controllers long.
Yes.
So frames. So right now, if you have an Xbox controller at your house or something, yeah, that's literally how big the console is going to be. One wide and then two Xbox controllers long.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. You can literally just pick it up and carry it anywhere.
Right.
The Xbox Series X is going to be a little bit bigger, like a brick, but still, even that one you can just carry anywhere too. It's going to release the same time, right?
Around the same, yeah. November 10, 2020.
Interesting.
Same day. All on the same day.
So what's the difference? Let's see. Performance. 512 gigabyte C, so it's going to have about the same storage as the one I have right now.
Yeah.
Expandable storage C, you can have that memory card. That's cool.
Oh, you can add 1 terabyte.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's still going to be, like I said, these consoles, if you're a PC player, I'm sorry. I mean, like I've said before, PC is better, but go buy a PC for how much this is going to be, because the Series S is going to be 300 and something. You're not going to get the same game experience with the $300 PC.
Yeah.
Even with the PlayStation and the Xbox Series X, you're not going to get the same experience with the $500 PC.
Yeah.
The only way to get the same experience is to get something like this. Where is it at? So this is basically the next gen when it comes to PC.
Yeah.
So like I said, PC is better, but this is why. So this is the next gen, I guess.
How much?
Yeah, exactly. Can you read what it says on it? It's
the GE Force RTX 3090 is a big, ferocious GPU with Titan class performance. It is powered by Ampere Nvidia's second gen RTX architecture, doubling down on ray tracing and outperformance with enhanced ray tracing cores, tensor cores. What does this all even mean?
Exactly. I was just gonna say, when you read it, you're gonna be like, "What?"
I know.
Yeah, because I'm new. I'm getting into. I mean, this PC right here. That was my first PC I built, and the more chance I get in the future to build PCs, I would love to build more.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would go the Mac route. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say that, and then one day do it, because I started loving Macs and stuff like that, and iPhones when they first came out, but. Building a PC, it's just such a satisfying feeling, and it's so cool to get into all that stuff and do it. But yeah, this is like, wow.
$1,500, people.
$1,500. Yeah. So go ahead, have the better, superior gaming console, but go ahead and spend $1,500 on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a Series X or a Series S and spend $300 to $500 on it. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, this is the next gen when it comes to PC, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna pay more than that, because we watch Bitwitch channel, and he was like, people were in line waiting for it. He offered a guy like $7,000 for one.
Yeah.
The
guy didn't take it.
Yeah, of course not. So like I said, I'm just getting into more PCs and stuff. But if you want to know more about this and all that stuff, follow Bitwit, and I think I forgot the other guy's channel. Who's the other guy?
Is he the guy that always tests it out? Like he got oh, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I feel bad, but he was just he was on Bitwitch channel talking about this with him. So basically, they're the two guys that I think it's like Paul's Hardware or something. I don't know. Yeah, so those are the two guys I watch for all my PC stuff, because they're entertaining and informative, and it's really cool. Maybe one day, with some divine miracle, would have these people on the podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah, if we get to the point where we can start having guests, literally, there's no guest that's out of the realm.
Yeah.
Out of the realm. We would literally have anyone.
Yeah.
Before
you change the subject, I came across this thing. I guess it was just like an ad, and it looks exactly like your keyboard and your mouse that I had bought you. Well, the mouse is a little broken right now, but that keyboard with like the colors, but it was strictly for PC, and it was cool because it has like only the buttons that you need, and it was probably only like trying to think. It was just small. It was just like a small box. You know what I'm talking about? No. I'll have to show you then. You can just cut that out.
It's a keyboard?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, can you explain some one more time?
Yeah. It's just like a small square.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with a light up mouse but it's considered it's a PC keyboard for strictly gaming because it only has the buttons that you need. Yeah, I need to come across it because I thought you would have known what I was talking about. It's cool. Yeah, it's literally just like a section of that keyboard. Cause that's my thing is like my fat hands and fingers, and I'm not. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's too many buttons. I'll get mixed up too much. Yeah.
You know.
Just here, search it real quick. See if you can find it. There it is.
Oh wow, I've never seen that before.
Looks fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that one's really cheap. The one I saw was for $110. Oh, because I don't think that comes with the mouse. It's cool, right?
That is super cool.
Yeah, the one I saw came with a mouse, and I think it came with something else, and it was $110.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I need to check that out.
Yeah, I literally saw that, and I was like, shit, like, I would love to buy this. See? Only one left. It's pretty popular.
Dang, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to get something like that.
Yeah.
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah. I knew you'd like it. Or think it was cool.
Yeah, I mean, any other gaming things, related topics, or anything you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I remembered about the keyboard. That's why I wrote it down.
Nice. Have you seen this? You've seen their... Okay, so before we go, I wanted to show you this. So you've seen the original video of The Rock playing with this kid in the pool, right? And he throws this kid up and catches her.
No.
Excuse me. Okay, so you seen that, right?
Okay.
So then somebody made this.
Oh my.
Do you know who I go to like all the time for inspiration? The Rock. Motherfucker never stops. He threw his daughter into space. That's what he does. Get after it! The people's gonna look!
Oh my god!
When I gonna make it? Our Terramana tequila is made only using the highest quality of ingredients.
I haven't seen this part. Oh my God, Caesar.
Your father is very strong.
Oh, that was good.
That is hilarious. It had like Jumanji, like all this movie.
Yeah, I didn't see it that far because I wanted to save it for that, but that was awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
Well, on that note, you got anything else, babe?
No, laughing so hard made me have to pee.
That's funny. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. You know, of course, as always, if you made it this far, you are the real star in our universe.
Yeah.
Be sure, if you want to support us, be sure to just follow us on Instagram at the CayVin Universe and send us those questions, comments, and suggestions at the CayVin Universe at gmail.com. And what else we have, Caylin?
Nothing.
I think I said my line and your line, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did. Fuck. Jesus. See, this is why we need a script.
I know, right? It's all good.
Oh God, it's all good in the neighborhood, people. Anyway, all right, guys. Peace and love, and you will soon.
Bye, guys.